Kubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Menteri Tnat Bording ke jela ujem sangma hne kasngi habai kran bet kelat batai kubor ulai kublai yo menteri rangba ke jela konrad sangma balatung ya ke Kynhun Tohkit banlap ya ke Jingdkoh ha ke Tnat MEECL ha ke ba dakane ke Kynhun Tohkit kinla banti Bniah banlap ya ki kenrum kenram ha kene ke Tnat susu nakaliang ujem sula ongru ba kene kanirap ban penkut ya ke jing snautu bakla kabadon hapo ke MEECL Kendon bun kimat kiba kani ka Kynhun kanti Bniah ha kabaya dei mat ka Jingdkoh tender ya ki skim ka swabhagya ka smart meter bat kuwe pat kani ka Kynhun kanti jeliuru banlap ya ka jing shisha bat ngidei ban snautu kumno kini ki kam ki jia laki burrenti ya ka kendon ka balabu kani ka Kynhun kan penlong ru ban Tohkit habaya dei ber ke jing tungkam tungjam namar bun ki bru ki keno bakadon ke jing pendon kam bakla ha ka ba ki tungkam tangi ki bahi ngasem bat kiwei pat kimat ki ba kani ka Kynhun ya kani ka Kynhun ankli da justice bala shong thai jong ka high court.
I would like to first start off by thanking the Honorable Chief Minister for instituting the independent inquiry on the functioning and all the allegations which are there against the MECL and Power Department. So I'm thankful to the Honorable Chief Minister of having instituted this inquiry because it gives us an opportunity to really go into details into the workings of the MECL. There are, as I have been mentioning time and time again, that many irregularities have taken place. Many procedures have been not followed, and I believe an independent inquiry, by virtue of it being independent, will be able to get to the root of all this situation that we are in right now, wherein many people have been alleging a lot of things. So I welcome this independent inquiry, and this is also something which is a product of many discussions I've had with Honorable Chief Minister. It has taken time because there are many modalities and issues that need to be sorted out before we take a call and decision for this sort of a thing. But I believe that this will go, in long run. It'll really help to clear the whole air about the kind of situation that is there in the MECL. So as we all know, this independent inquiry has been announced by the Honorable Chief Minister, and there are many issues that it will be going into. Very threadbare. The terms of reference will be including things like the tendering processes of schemes, and these are centrally sponsored schemes and state schemes. The process has started, and I think the terms of references are being drafted and will be finalized very soon. And we are working, at a very fast pace, given the situation that we have COVID and there are, a limited number of employees who are there in the Secretariat right now. But despite this challenge, we are moving at a very fast pace.
So the issue of power theft in Bniah industrial area, will that also be covered under this?
Yes,
inquiry?
that's correct. That also will find, its way into the terms of reference, and this also will also be looked into by the inquiry committee. Not just the the special tariff, which a lot of people are alleging is very unfair. That also will be looked into. The Bniah industries, the sort of power theft that was going on there, that also will be looked into. Issues which have caused a lot of AT&C losses and financial losses to the corporation, that also will be looked into. And eventually, whatever the report comes out, the government will take action on the findings of the report, and I think it is time to clean up the system, and this is a great opportunity to make sure that we get to what exactly ails and what is the cause for the systemic rot in the MECL. Substantial payment has been made on their part, and we have a very flexible system, be it the OTS or be it any other system, wherein we want to give that flexibility to our consumers. So those who have come ahead and have paid, are showing a keenness or seriousness to pay their outstanding dues. We understand that power is an essential service, so we are trying to balance things here, recover our dues, and at the same time we don't want to create a situation where people face such kind of difficulties and problems. Saubhagya, a lot of people have been asking a lot of questions about that, about smart meters, about the DDU JGY scheme, about the RAPDRP, IPTS, and the RGGY, among others. So we will be going in depth into these schemes, because many of these schemes, although were initiated very long time back, they have not yet been closed and have not seen completion. So this is a very serious matter, and we need to really understand as to why this has happened, and whether proper procedure was followed or not. So this kind of tendering process, and in terms of implementation of these schemes, we will make sure that this is there in the terms of references. Of course, apart from that, many HR issues, that's human resource issues, wherein there have been a lot of talks about nepotism. There have been a lot of talks about issues like promotions and recruitments. So all these matters also will find mention in the terms of references. As we all know, the inquiry will be headed by retired justice of the High Court, and we are very hopeful that within that stipulated time, the inquiry committee will be able to really get to the root of the matter and go in depth into finding out the reasons, and also along with not just finding out what are the reasons and what happened, apart from that also give its suggestions as to how things can be improved, because this committee will also include a person from the technical field, who will be most probably a person who has served in a government PSU for many years, and also an administrative officer, most probably a retired officer, who will assist in the administration of this inquiry committee. Inquiries, I think the need of the hour is to clear the air about whatever allegations are there, and I think it is in the fitness of things to have one inquiry which will go into all these aspects, rather than having 10-15 committees. That is it will, I think, defeat the purpose. Number one, it will delay the whole process, and thereby we will not find any kind of closure to this sort of thing. So we need to make sure that there's this committee, and it within its time frame, this committee submits its reports, so that we all know where does the problem lie with the MECL. We are looking forward to them carrying out this inquiry in an independent manner and getting to the root of the matter. So
Sir,
these, yeah, you want to ask questions?
Yes. So has the government zeroed down on the name of the retired judge who will be heading this commission of inquiry?
No, not yet. There is a due process for selection of a retired judge, and the process will have to be followed. As of now, the first initiation is initiated basically by the government first constituting this, or rather announcing it, and then the whole process will start now. There will be a panel of names, out of which I think one will be eventually chosen to head this committee, a retired judge of the High Court, and of course the other members who will be there to assist him. We have terminated that agreement because we felt that the agreement was very one-sided. It was not an agreement which balanced things, the interest of the state government, the DISCOM and the NTPC. It should have been a balanced PPA. However, after going through it in a very detailed manner, it is very evident that this PPA is very one-sided. That is why we decided to terminate the PPA, and that way the court has upheld this decision and has stayed whatever regulation notice which is coming from the NTPC. So, but I think that the solution does not lie here. The way forward for us is to ramp up or increase our generation, and that is what we are seeing. That is what we are, looking at. However, there are many concerns, that have come to us in terms of certain projects where people have raised their objections, citing that these projects will be harmful for the environment, will be harmful for livelihoods. So again, we are very considerate of the fact that people's livelihoods or the environment are very important aspects for any developmental project, and those will be addressed before we take any steps. Yes, no, that has happened because many of the generating companies, Jingdkoh, NTPC, others, they are little apprehensive about us, in terms of the repayment of the loan that we have committed to them, because we've taken the Atmanirbhar loan. The process of the Atmanirbhar loan is something which we've had many procedural delays in that, which is expected. However, this has caused a little bit of maybe a little bit of jitter in the generating companies. But we want to assure these companies that we are very committed to making sure that we expedite the process for taking these loans, and the Atmanirbhar loan is given to them in time, so that their losses also can be reduced. So we are looking at that, and because of that slight bit of delay in processing it, I think they have gone ahead and invoked the tripartite agreement between the Government of India, Government of Meghalaya and the DISCOM that was there, and these generating companies that was there, because that clearly states that in any case of default or something like that, the generating companies can go and go directly to the RBI to encash whatever or cut on our share of central taxes. So that is something which was there, unfortunately, but that was because of certain delays in the procedure. But we have now, tried our best to put things back on track. As you must have seen, that order was extended for another period of certain days, and that is now, given us certain breathers to now work towards making sure that these loans, we have to coordinate with the REC and PFC, so that these loans are disbursed at the earliest to these generating companies, whatever the second tranche of the Atmanirbhar loan is. I would like to just say this, that Load shedding is something that is very unpredictable these days because the monsoons may have come, but if you are noticing that we are not having that kind of rainfall as expected. So really, I would not like to, go out on a limb here and say that there will be no load shedding. This is a situation which is very unprecedented, and this is a situation wherein we are facing less rainfall, even though the monsoons have set in. So, load shedding is something that is very unpredictable and may have to continue. But our endeavor is that we reduce it to the bare minimum possible as possible. Keeping in mind that students are still having their exams and online classes and online exams are going on, and also because it generally upsets the normal rhythm of people who are are working or are at home, or in general. So we want to reduce that as much as possible.